right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakwadash, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Most importantly, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and giving much love to his son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls, excuse me, Jesus Christ. Shout out to the elect, whoever they may be among Israel, and shout out to the prophets, whoever they may be among Israel. Much love to you, prophets that gave us the truth and preparing us for these times to come. And they never stopping, they staying strong, and much love to them. Much love to you, prophets. Shout out to the Akim, the brothers that's in the Word, which is prophets too. And you go to the highways and byways, you do your videos at home, you do everything in your power to show your Ba'ashem Yahushai that you love them. Much love to you, prophets. Much love to you, brothers that's doing that. Shout out to the Akwaf, the beautiful sisters that's in the Word. And whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh. You always listen and you learn in silence out of respect for the Lord. There's nothing wrong with that. And I forgot the title of today, man. I was going to call it America Divided. What should I call it? We can call it, I'm going to call it the Decay of America. Because right now, we got a lot of things that's going on in America. One of the first ones was a high level of homelessness. And right now, homelessness is going at an all-time high. Mainly, I was looking at New York City, which is, for me, is the fucking, hold on. Well, for me, it's the fucking birthplace of fucking inflation, man. They got a lot of homeless problems there. They got a lot of things going on with people that can't afford the apartments. I'm hearing apartments is $3,000 a month, which is why a lot of the ones that do got the money is moving out, but the ones that don't got the money and can't afford to move out, they being stuck in mobile homes, living in tents, hordes and hordes of tents. Tour buses, school buses, and it goes on. And they complain and they complain and they complain, but the people that's in rule, they don't care. They don't want to do nothing to help them. They just keep increasing the rent, increasing food prices, making their lives hard. And the white man is making even his own people live these harsh and cruel lives, man. And they thought that people starting to wake up, and a lot of them are starting to flee, trying to flee the United States in general, because they see a lot of the times that's coming ahead, and they see all the problems that's rising up, so it's a vast majority of the white man, his own people, that's homeless, off drugs, bankrupt, losing their jobs, losing their families, a whole lot quicker before the elite bankers do, the head dog of all of the stuff that's going on, the reason for all of our problems, the elite bankers, aka the secret societies and whatever, because elite bankers they with that secret society stuff, so they are part of it. And they making their own people's lives a living hell, so like it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, for against principalities, against rulers of darkness and wickedness that come from high places. So if you dissect that real quick, the rulers of darkness, and the wickedness of high places, a lot of these judgments is coming from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai himself. and it come down from heaven through the order, through the angels and archangels or whatever you may call it, pass it down to the angels, messengers. They come down, they give it to the demons and the evil spirits, or the spirits, whether they be good or evil, and you know and in this case, evil spirits, they come down and they help these dark rulers, and help them on their agenda. So a lot of it is not, they not focused on where it's coming from, because these elites is doing evil because Yahweh allows them to do evil, and that happens a lot. So we can get to another matter that's going on right now, and it is the money. Okay, the money, 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 man. This breaking of the fish gate prophecy thing is really dropping the ball right now. Not dropping the ball in a bad way, in a good way, dropping the bomb per se, because right now America's debt is climbing, man. It's climbing. It's getting to where a lot of these nations don't want to deal with America no more, and right now America's corruption is so bad. I was just watching this video from this guy, and it's a whole bunch of complaints about Congress not doing a job at the job, so right now a lot of the Congress or federal whatever, right now they focus on the federal department for some reason. They're not doing their jobs. They do their jobs at home, but they're not hands-on labor, per se. And they fill out the paperwork and whatever objective they got to do. They know different than low-class corporate or company jobs, cubicle work, but they do it at home instead of at the job, So they want them, because it makes them look weak by them not having their presence there at the job. It's no workforce at the job, and they only at home. And a lot of them are not really working too much. They going out, doing whatever they want, spending their money, riding in Ferraris, Jaguars, going to parties, getting drunk, having fun, being family oriented because they got the money to do all of that. And I heard that their payment been doubled because a lot of these people that's tech savvy, they work for different corporations, and they getting paid double, triple than what we could in our whole lifetime, man. And they go out and they go spend money and they do whatever they want, and as long as they do that little computer work and they paperwork, they ain't got to go in the office. So right now, Donald Trump is changing a lot of shit that's going on out here, and it's not for the better. It's not for the better. It's just it's getting worse, because right now, whether, like I keep telling people right now before I get into this, I keep telling motherfuckers, whether it was Camilla or Trump, it didn't matter. They still was gonna push the same fucking agenda, like they always have. Whether it be John McCain against Obama, they was still gonna push the same thing, okay? The same message, okay? The same agenda. It didn't mean shit. It didn't mean anything, so that being said, it didn't matter who won. They all are a part of the same agenda. All are a part of the same group. They work. They got handlers. They got investors. They got people that invest in them to make sure that they do their job and push their agenda. And they get paid. They get paid handsomely by doing these things, and they don't care if it's right or if it's wrong. They don't care about that shit. So, that's before, but, getting back on point with the Donald Trump thing, he is changing a lot of things. And right now, they are demanding that by 2029 or whatever the fuck ever, in the next 4 to 5 years, it's 2025 after this month, and 26, 27, 28, 29, 4 to 5 more years. They need to be in office. They need to be fully working, or they gonna quit. No, or they gonna get fired, and they gonna get all their benefits and they jobs taken. And I doubt that the people care, but that's a part of decay right now. It's showing you that a lot of these people are not working. They don't want to work. They don't want to do shit. And the people, and the guy, he made a point too. He said, where is the tax money? This is part of where your tax money is going for these fucking greedy ass fucking government, federal workers, Congress workers, politicians to kick back and sit on their ass, man, and fucking do whatever they want with your money, man. And that make perfect sense, because why would you? That's like saying, okay, all these people invest into this one person, right? I'm just giving an example. They put all their money into this one person, and they expect this money to go to where it's gonna go. Little do they know that the money that they gave to this person is more than enough, and the budget or whatever payment that he got to make is little to nothing. And the nigga that gets their money is doing whatever he wants with the rest of it. The rest of it is his payment to himself. All of that money was not necessary to be given to him to take care of this one task that wasn't that great. It was just, he had more than enough to take care of the task, but it was only a little bit of money that he needed. He kept all y'all money. He kept all y'all money to himself, and that's that. And that's exactly how a lot of these things are going. You know, a lot of these politicians and federal workers and fucking Congress and these people that is supposed to be running y'all shit. You know, these motherfuckers is spending y'all money and doing whatever y'all want to it, and you giving them more than what they can ask for. Like I said, during the election with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, Kamala Harris is not tripping about losing, bro. She is not tripping about losing. You know why? Because you done made her so much money on your own, bro. By putting thousands and thousands of dollars and donating to her campaign. You know, all that stupid shit. You don't see none of them stupid ass Camilla commercials no more. You know, you don't see that shit no more. Why? Because it's over with. She done served her purpose. She done did all that. That shit didn't even matter. But you know, my point being is that you done gave her all this money, and if she lost, and you think that she actually sad about y'all not getting a black president again, or a female president. You actually think that she's worried about how y'all feel? You actually think that she care? She don't give a fuck, bro. She don't. You done made her 10 times more richer through the whole fucking campaign. All them months, all of that shit. And all she had to do was speech and preach, you know, about these wonderful things that she was gonna help do for the country and help do for black women, most importantly, because them motherfuckers the ones that wanted to feel like they empowered. You know, but it's just symbolic. It's not literal power. These motherfucking females, man, they so delusional. They wanted to feel like they was empowered, but it's only symbolic. Like I said, she worked for the state, and that's all she gonna work for. She ain't in no benefit for them. None of that shit. But I'm just saying, with both the campaigns, they both made these motherfuckers 10 times more richer. 10 times more richer, and at the end of the day, it's not even towards y'all benefit. Y'all not gonna see nothing out of y'all investment. Nothing. You might see a little bit of change like they always do, but the major changes that need to be focused on, nothing. Nothing. Like they said, when a righteous king is in rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked is in rule, the people mourn. Amen to that. And these people are mourning and they mad, you know. And like I keep telling you, it didn't matter whether Camilla or Trump won. They was gonna push the same agenda. So I'm getting tired of a lot of women saying that. I'm getting tired of them preaching that, because that's not true. Kamala Harris was not gonna help y'all. She just needed y'all to get her where she needed to be, and she knew she wasn't gonna win. That's the delusional mindset. That's how dumb the mass majority of our people are. They real dumb, bro. And it's sad, man. And it's at the end of the day, it's the curses, man. It's the curses that's, you know, heavy upon our people, man. And if you don't accept Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you don't accept the Lord into your heart, you don't accept the new covenant, you know, then you gonna remain blind. You gonna remain stupid. You gonna remain, you know, ignorant, and you're not gonna come out of it unless you ask Yahweh to let you out of it, you know. But like I said, the people mourning because you know, Donald Trump is going to push all these new laws, new budget cuts, and most of these budget cuts is aimed towards our people, the Negroes, Mexicans, and the Indians. You guys help. You guys are the foundation of not just the world. You the foundation of all these nations and America, and specifically, you know. And they don't really care about how y'all feel. They don't really care about what's going on with y'all, man. This is, and their goal is to budget cut, because right now they spending so much money on a lot of these things, and it don't matter whatever the fuck they want to do, you know. They spending a lot of money, man, and they want to cut budget cuts and make sacrifices. So one of the sacrifices is y'all, you know, y'all Israelites, y'all the sacrifice, man. And they want to get rid of y'all Social Security. They want to get rid of Social Security. They want to get rid of the EBT. You know, they want to get rid of the it's another whatever housing programs for women. It's a lot of stuff that they put money into, you know, to keep y'all on, bro. And they about to take all that shit away. All that shit away. It's about to be all gone. And a lot of people that's been sitting on their ass, and baby making for years, well, all of that is going to come down on you. And I feel sorry for a lot of these people, and mainly, like it says in the Bible, teach your women wailing, you know, wailing and lamentation. Why? Because them the ones that's going to suffer the most. It's a lot of women that's in this country that's having babies just to put them on the program. And why you think these kids be growing up to be, they grow up and they don't become nothing, and they become wicked, and they fatherless, and they have no direction or education, you know. And sometimes they might get education from the school, but it's nothing like a father and mother education. So they grow up with no morals, no respect for people, you know. Some of them grow up and they don't know how to control their emotions. They become real wicked, and then at the end of the day, you know, part of that is women's fault for not raising them. They only see them as a tool for their survival, you know. And now that the purpose is done, and they shit is about to be no more, like they said, in the next, I forgot how many months the girl said, but it is mandatory that they cut off food stamps, and it's a part of the budget cut, and it's aimed towards y'all, you know. It's aimed towards, right now, that's what the prophets is laughing at. That's what a lot of people is laughing at right now. A lot of men is laughing at is the women, because they the ones that's been helping the state, and they've been pumping so much money into the state, and they've been getting what they can out of it. But like I said in the Bible, even a little that a man has will be taken away, and the Lord is making good on his promises. He's making good on a lot of his promises, dog. He gonna take away all of this stuff from these women, and they're gonna be in destitute, they're gonna be in destruction, they're gonna be in misery, they're gonna be in, most importantly, that word, like the Most High say, let your women be shamefaced. Shamefaced. There's nothing wrong with them being in shame. There's nothing wrong with them being down. There's nothing wrong with them feeling bad. Why? Because at the end of the day, that's where they need to be at, you know. That's where they need to be at, shamefaced, quiet, you know, sad, because at the end of the day, they the ones that did all this fucked up shit. So in the next, like, we're gonna give it like about like what, like till next December, or at the end of, no, towards September, next September, after summer, you're gonna see a lot of these effects happening. If they don't happen on the spot, they will come the next couple of months down, and it's gonna be hell on earth for these women. It's gonna be hell on earth. Like the Most High said, I will begin at the ancient of the house, meaning that it's gonna start with us. Our punishment, even though it's the last of our punishment, it's gonna be the hardest of the punishments. We gonna have to suffer, and then afterwards, the enemies is gonna get theirs. So for right now, we about to get ours. It's about to happen for sure. You know, you're gonna see a lot of this tyranny that's gonna get even worse. You know, so like I said, the money. You know, before all of this, the money is huge, man. Right now, it's becoming more and more of a serious problem. These nations are tired of being sanctioned. They are tired of being sanctioned, and they tired of this reserve. This reserve is the dollar, the federal dollar, petrodollar reserve is becoming useless, and they tired of the tyranny and how they being treated. So it's gonna come a time in the day to where right now they call it de-dollarization, to where America will be outed, and they will be and they will be against the nations that helped them and put them together. They helped them, you know, and NATO is not gonna help them at some point, you know, and their allies is gonna abandon them. Japan is gonna leave them. Israel right now, I don't know, you know, at this point, right now, I don't know. I don't know. Is America gonna help them or whatever the fuck going on? I think they are. I haven't dug too much in it this week. I gotta check it out. I've been hearing a lot about Taiwan. I've been hearing a lot about them and China and them, and you know how China and them won't make a move on Taiwan and take them over and take all their shit, you know, and make them China again. You know, I'm hearing a lot about what's going on right there. You know, that's what they talking. Rumor has it that may or might not be the next place where the proxy wars start. You know, World War III or whatever. Right now, they finally admitting it. You know, we are in World War III. Yeah, for sure. They are admitting it, and they trying to figure out where the next war gonna pop off at. That's what they trying to figure out, because all of these proxy wars and these battles between these different nations is gonna come to a head at some point, and there will be a full-blown war. They still got plans in America to draft, you know, people, you know, under 18 and shit, and send them off to wherever they're gonna send them off to, you know, and that's just what it is. But you know, the dollar is weak right now, and it's getting much worse. And for America to save what they got to do all of these budget cuts. And one of these guys that I was listening to, he's like an expert at all of this. He knows all of this shit. I don't know. He probably might be an elite or whatever, you know. Low-level elites show their face. The higher-level elites, they don't show their face. But this man right here, he got to be like one of them low-level elites. But this nigga knows everything. This white guy knows everything, man. And that's exactly what he was saying, that this is how superpowers fall. And it's exactly true. One of the things for the superpower is the economics, money, wealth, greed. You know, one of the ways they gonna fall is by them divide. They think it's divide and conquer, but it's actually gonna be more of a divide and collapse, because the rich is trying to abandon the poor. They no longer want to help. They no longer want to give out money. They no longer want to watch them benefit right now, especially when America is finally at its downfall. They want to take all their money and split. I forgot. It's called Synap. No, it's not called Synap. It's like one of these sites that's connected to the series of banks. I forgot what it's called. Fuck. I don't know why people keep their money in banks, but that shit real stupid. You know, because one of these places that's connected to a series of banks had collapsed. I forgot. It's not Synap. It's not. It's something. I forgot. I was watching it like 2 days ago. And they was talking about this bank that was connected to a series of other banks. And people was contributing and putting their money into this specific bank. Now, this bank crashed. And millions and millions and millions of these people that use these banks and these to hide and put their money in, you know, and some of these people, they take the banks, and what they do with a lot of banks is that they link all of their cards to it, so they don't have to worry about paying their bills, you know, internet, lights, gas. They ain't gotta worry about that. The bank is connected to their payment. They'll connect their payments to whoever they owe. They pay it off, and they got this giant lump sums like $80,000, $300,000 to fucking probably like $2.3 million. It gets big, man. It gets real big, and they just cut it off, you know, or it crashed, quote unquote. It crashed, and it took all their money with it. A lot of people that was planning on getting houses and homes, you know, that's planning on moving and having better with their families. Now they don't know what the fuck they gonna do. They don't know where they gonna go. And if they do get some of that money back, I forgot which bank that was doing it, but they was only gonna give them $500 of all the thousands they lost. And like it says, never trust thy enemy, for like iron rusteth, so does his wickedness. Amen. You don't trust them, man. You don't trust them. But even the Edomites is having a problem with these bankers, with these elites, man. Again, that was a real greedy move. I ain't gonna lie, man. But like they've been saying for the past couple of months, that these banks is gonna start crashing, man. These banks is gonna start bailing in per se, and they're gonna be shutting down, you know, and they start to have more and more problems with these banks, man. I think it was Bank of America that had that same problem where people couldn't access their money. I could be wrong, but ultimately you don't trust banks anyway. If like they said, like one of the people said in the comments, they said if the money is not in your hands, then you don't have it at all. You don't have that money isn't counted until it's in your hands. That's real, man, because I was flipping out, you know, because somebody had came into my they came in and hacked my account, and Wells Fargo had texted me and told me, you know, such and such had took 580 out of the account. Do you approve of this? And I told them, no, I don't approve of it, no. And they still gave that person the money anyway. So I don't understand what was going on. Must have been a misconception on their part, because they was like, we thought you said yes. No, I didn't. I told you fucking no. I told you no, and it still said yeah. It was weird. I put no, and they was like, okay, confirm, we ain't gonna allow this person to do it, but they allowed them to do it, you know. And this person took damn near 600 out of my fucking bank, man, out of my fucking bank, and it's crazy, because I can't even take negative balance out my bank, but you allowed this person to take negative balance out my bank. So I had to prove to them that it wasn't my I didn't do it, and I have to prove to them. So usually you got the proof, you got everything that you need, there you go, boom, they pay you back, or not pay you back, they replace that money and allow you to take your money, because they froze my bank because somebody stole from it. So at the end of the day, my point is that you don't trust these banks. Don't trust them. They're not perfect. And around these times, we don't know which bank, we don't know who is going to collapse. We don't know what's going to happen, you know, and it's best to keep your money in your pocket, you know, all the way down to the time where they finally digitize the money. You know, keep your money in your pocket. Don't keep it in no banks, because right now a lot of these white people is getting duped by these governments and these elite bankers that they trust in, and getting robbed by them. They pretty much got robbed. Talking about if that money disappeared, where the fuck it go? There it is. Just because the banks crash, why our money go with it? That's what these Edomites is complaining about. Where did it all go? You know? And guess where it went? Into the pockets of the bankers and the elites that own that shit. And all they have to do is say the bank crashed and all your money is gone. We can give you a percentage, but we can't give it to you all back. They got you, man. And they've been telling these people for a long time that these banks is gonna start having problems, and they're gonna start falling off, and they're gonna start shutting down. And nobody listens. At least have enough common sense to take precautions. I don't give a fuck if I gotta bury 80 G's in the ground under my house, or 800 G's in the ground under my house. It's gonna be right there. I can pull it up and I can access it. That's personal shit. But I'm never gonna put my money inside no fucking bank, bro. That's it, that's all. But you got people that trust in the shadow of Egypt. You trust in this place. These Edomites trust in these wicked bankers, bro. They trust in them with their very souls, man. Why would you leave? And that's how lazy it is. They don't want to have to worry about nothing. Like right now, one of these people made sense. I forgot who said it, but there was like people would rather trust in the government than trust in themselves. That is so true. They don't want to have to worry about real world problems. They don't want to have to worry about collapses. They don't want to have to worry about payments. They don't have to worry about these business problems that's going on, and they want to leave it to the government to handle all of this shit. And they don't care, as long as they can get what they need to sustain themselves and take care of their families. They don't give a fuck. they would rather let them handle it when that's not a good idea. But like they said, these people are so wicked and so corrupted, they would rather accept the lie than the truth. So that right there is fucking stupid, but that's exactly what's going on. These people would rather accept the lie than the truth. So right now, I wanted to tell a quick story. It's about my man Daniel in the Bible. I was watching this movie about the book of Daniel, and how he was serving Nebuchadnezzar, and Nebuchadnezzar had a dream. He had two dreams, to be exact. Let's be real. Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, and one of those dreams is a statue made of gold, and I forgot. If I can find it in the book of Daniel, it will be better. Daniel 5:10. 5:10. Right here. This is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar's dreamed wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep break from him. It says, then the king commanded all to call the musicians and the astrologers and sorcerers and the Chaldeans to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. It says, and the king said to them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king, and Sariat, O king, live forever. It says, tell thy servants the dream, and we will show the interpretations. It says, the king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If you will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation of, ye shall be cut to pieces, and your house shall be made a dunghill. So what he said pretty much is, if you don't, he's not going to tell you the dream. If you are magicians and astrologers and these magical astronomers and shit, then you would know my dream before I tell it. So that's what he's saying, It says, but if you show me the dream and the interpretation thereof, you shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. They answered and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation. The king answered and said, I know of certainly that ye would gain the time, because ye see the thing is gone before me. It says, but if ye will not make known unto me the dream, this is but one decree for you. It says, for you have prepared lying and corrupting words to speak before me till the time be changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that ye can show me the interpretation thereof. It says, the Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. It says, therefore there is no king, lord, nor ruler that can ask such things at any magician or astrologer or Chaldean. So they didn't have that kind of power, to interpret the dream that he had without him telling him. They can have the power to summon demons and all of that, but when it comes to circumstances like that, you need a messenger of Yahweh to interpret the dream, because the dream was symbolic and only they would know something like that. See, nowadays, that's why the prophets are needed. It's because they break down a lot of these things for us, for those of us that don't understand, and for the Edomites and the white people that don't understand, because they don't understand. Even they starting to see these things come to pass and knowing them to be true. So So you know, a lot of these interpretations is coming through, you know, and they coming to be true, you know. Like one before I finish this, like one precept that the prophets was breaking down that GMS got wrong. It said we have a little sister and her breast is small and she cannot produce milk. I forgot the rest of it. If I can get my backpack and look it up, I would. But right now, that's just a part of it. But the GMS got it wrong, and and the GMS nigga, he says something perverted rather than something that actually made sense, and it actually is helping the divide between the GMS and the New Covenant prophets that make them look a whole lot better, you know. And it said we have a little sister and that her breast is small, that we cannot produce milk, and what can we do for her so her breast can be tall like towers or whatever. I forgot the goddamn thing. I forgot. Hang on. I gotta get it. Give me 1 second. My back. I should have been pulled out my tablet. Tablet. 1 momento. Okay, I got the actual precept right here. It's the Song of Solomon, I do believe. It says, our little sister, a Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 8. It says, our little sister has no breast. It says, what shall we do with our little sister when men come asking for her? It says, she is a virgin and vulnerable. It says, and will protect her. So this is part of this is just that verse. But it says we have a little sister, and our little sister has no breast. And what shall we do with our little sister when men come asking for her? She is a virgin and vulnerable, and we shall protect her. So right there is just part of it. My hands are tangled. It's just part of it. So the interpretation that was given for it is that some perverted shit. And dang, I want to go to the whole thing. It's Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 8. But I don't want to lose my way in Daniel. That's 401. 401. 401. Trying to grab it. Give me 1 second. Okay. I got it. It says, chapter 8, verse 8. It says, our little sister, we have a little sister, and she have no breast. It says, what shall we do for our sister in the day she shall be spoken for? It says, if she be a wall, we will build upon her a palace of silver. And if she be a door, we will enclose her with boards of cedar. It says, I am a wall, and my breasts like towers. Then I in his eyes as one that found favor. Solomon. Wait. It says, I am a wall, and my breast is like towers. Then I in his eyes as one that found favor. So right here is saying that this is the real interpretation of this scripture. It says, we have a little sister, and this means the little ones, those of us that don't know the Bible. It says, and she have no breasts, meaning that we don't have no wisdom. It says, what shall we do for our little sister in the day when she shall be called for? By Yahweh Shem Yahushai, when it's time for us to wake up. It says, if she be a wall, we will build upon her palace of silver. And the wall is talking about the prophets that already know the truth. Simple. It says, we will build upon her a palace of silver, which is knowledge, wisdom and knowledge, silver and gold. It says, and if she be a door, we will enclose her with boards of cedar. And boards of cedar means to be lifted up, to exalted too. It says, I am a wall, which is the prophets, they the wall, and it says, and my breasts like towers, then I in his eyes, that one that found favor. So it's talking about the prophets. At the end of the day, the prophets found favor in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and those of us that believe, we are being lifted up with the wisdom and knowledge and understanding. So our breasts is maybe like towers, meaning that our richness, which is in this knowledge, we would know what they would know, But the other prophet at GMS said that when we get to the kingdom, we'll be allowed to make women how we want them. So if we want them to have big breasts, they're gonna have big breasts. If we want them to have a big behind, they're gonna have a big behind. And if they ugly, we're gonna make them look prettier. When that is not the actual interpretation. And one of the New Covenant interpreters had given the right interpretation and the correct one and did it perfectly. And they didn't hide nothing, and they let us know what's going on so that we may know, So, that one stuck with me. But at the end of the day, only a prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahushai can interpret these things to us to make it correctly so we can see it and we can know it. So that's what I was saying about this story right here with the Chaldeans. So the Chaldeans is a representation of these fake prophets, these fake preachers, these pastors, these fake, these magicians, these scholars, what they call them, these college cemeteries, these libraries, library, the word lie is in there, but somebody taught me that, these libraries, and they got all the knowledge, and they think that they can break down these scriptures correctly, but the only ones that's going to be able to figure it out is the prophets, So we're going to continue and get this one out the way. So it says,
It says, and it is rare. It says, the Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore, there is no king, lord, nor ruler that acts such things in any magician. It says, nor astrologer or Chaldean. It says, and it is a rare thing that the king requireth, and there is none other that can show it before the king except the gods, whose dwelling is not with the flesh. That's where they was wrong at. Like the Bible say, are ye not gods? And the prophets of the Bible, they was all Israelites, you know. So, you know, the Israelites are the gods on the earth. You know, what they lower gods, that's what they call them. But, you know, gods nonetheless. So it says, for this cause the king, this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy the wise men of Babylon. And the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain. And they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain. Then Daniel answered with the counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of his guard. It says, why is the decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel, and then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time, and that he would show the king the interpretation. Then Daniel went to his house and made the things known to Hananiah, Meshach, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercies of Yahweh, heaven, concerning this secret. It says, then that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men in Babylon. It says, then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, God of heaven. Then Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of Yahweh forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changed the times and seasons. He removed kings and setteth up, like he doing right now. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge unto them that know understanding. It says, he revealeth the deep secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with them. And I thank thee and praise thee, O Yahweh of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and made known unto me what he desired of thee. For thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Therefore Daniel went to Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. And he went and said unto him, destroy not the wise men of Babylon, bring me in before the king, and I will show the king the interpretations. Then Arioch brought Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus unto them, I have found a man, the captive of the captives of Judah, that will make known unto the king the interpretation. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have seen, and the interpretation thereof? Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king hath demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers show unto the king. But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and thy vision of thy head upon thy bed are these. It says, as for thee, O thy king's thought came into the mind upon thy bed. It says, what should come to pass after? And he that revealeth secrets maketh known to thee what shall come to pass. It says, but as for me, the secret is not revealed to me for any of my wisdom that I have more than any living. It says, but for the sake that shall be made known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. It says, thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This image was great, whose brightness was excellent, and stood before thee, and form thereof was terrible. The image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, and his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. It says, thou sawest till that stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces. It says, then the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like a chaff of the summer threshing floor, and the wind carried them away, and there was no place found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. This is the dream, and we will tell you the interpretation thereof from the king. So this interpretation that he had was a dream of his kingdom, of him being the strongest kingdom, and the kingdoms that was going to overcome each other after. So I don't have to read all this because I know it. But long story short, that's exactly what happened. And this dream was a dream of his interpretation of Nebuchadnezzar's dream, was the kingdoms to come after. But the last kingdom that was mixed up part of iron and a mixed part of clay was America, and it was weak, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai had destroyed it, and the whole entire legacy of these kingdoms that was a part of Nebuchadnezzar's dream had came crashing down, including him, which was the start of it. And when it blew away, like it wasn't a memory, like it was nothing, they was nothing more than a memory or a thing of the past, and they blew away like dust. And then a mountain came and grew over it pretty much, and this mountain would endure forever, and it would never be moved, which is the Israelites coming into power permanently after all of this shit is said and done. So that right there is the interpretation of what's going to happen now today. And now we at that point from we at the even though I don't remember too well of the different the Nebuchadnezzar is the head of gold, and there was two other kingdoms. I forgot the names. It's been so long since I interpreted that, and I heard GMS interpreted. They got it right. I forgot the names, but otherwise, we at the feet of the mire and the clay, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is about to destroy the feet of the mire and clay and send all of this tumbling down, because the beginning was Nebuchadnezzar and Babylon, and the end is Babylon now. So it's just the same thing with a different ruler. Now today is spiritually Babylon, and we at that time to where it's about to be destroyed. So there was another dream that Nebuchadnezzar had, and he had a dream that of a giant tree, and the tree touched the top of the heavens, and the tree had beautiful fruit, and the tree had all of the good fruit, and it was beautiful, and it was grown, and all the animals of the earth and all the beasts of the earth came to gather under it. And then an angel came and destroyed the tree, and the tree came tumbling down, and pretty much the animals and the beasts of the earth had scattered from it. So in that dream, that man that had, he was the tree in the dream, and the fruits and all of that was growing on it, that was ripe and beautiful, those fruits was the fruits of his labor and all his blessings that he got from the Lord. And the beast that was under it is the representation of the nations, that's gathered unto it, because we know that Nebuchadnezzar, in the story, he was the president of the whole world. So, and all the nations gathered unto him at a time. He was one of the strongest in the world, one of the strongest in his time, So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said he was going to put a curse on him, that if he did not acknowledge Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and that he continued on with his pride, that he would turn him into an animal and make him dwell in the wilderness until he exalted Yahweh Hashem Yahushai as the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, God of Gods, which he is. So he was warned by Daniel, and he was scared, but a couple of months had went past,
and he said something that he wasn't supposed to say, you know, and and Yahweh Shem Yahushai spoke from heaven and cursed him and told him, I would make you an animal and you would dwell in the wilderness until you exalt me, because no king that's below me is going to exalt himself over me. So he turned him into a bum or an animal and made him dwell within the wilderness. So he dwelt within the wilderness, and the Most High have forced him to exalt him over the king. And when he did that, he gave him his kingdom back, he gave him everything back, and he appointed Yahweh Shem Yahushai as the King of Kings, God of Gods, Lord of Lords. And he got rid of all the other gods and made them worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and allowed the Israelites to worship their God and didn't disturb them. But as far as I'm concerned, that is what's happening right now to America, you know, because they exalt themselves over Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They don't acknowledge him. They don't respect his commandments. They don't respect his people. They ignore the prophets. And it damn near happened in that period of time. When it happened so fast that he had everything to where he went homeless, you know, and he became a bum, you know, and he was roaming and scourging about like the hobos do. And that's exactly what's going to happen to our enemies that exalt themselves over Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know. And he didn't like it, and he didn't want to do it. He probably tried to come up with another alternative, but the curse that comes from Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the word is so powerful that you can't stop that. You can't stop that. And that's one thing that I learned from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is that when it comes to helping people, when it comes to looking out for people, when it comes to caring about them, you can't do shit. You can't do shit. If the Most High gave them the word to rebel against you, then that's what they're going to do, rebel against you. You can tell them the word all they want. You can tell them these things all you want. But if the Most High got them under a curse or got them under some spiritual blockage to where they have to exalt Yahweh Shem Yahushai and let him exalt him over them and let him into their lives, you know, and change their life, then they gonna be like this until they destroy it, you know. And the curses are so powerful that, you know, sometimes the Lord want to get his point across, and even if these people, you know, want to be repentant, even if these people want to come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, their wickedness is great, so they got to accept their judgment and their punishment from Yahweh Shem Yahushai before they can even repent. It's a strategy to all of this. It's a procedure to all of this. So if this person, if Yahweh don't want you to help this person, they cannot be helped. They cannot be helped. And that's one thing that our people need to learn with these Edomites. They cannot be helped. They cannot be saved. They got to go through the same thing that we went through. Ain't a damn thing gonna change it, you know? And that is what it is. Even if they wanted to change, they couldn't. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai got something against the Edomites, and he wants to destroy them, and he's going to leave them like that, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, that's a part of that decay. In Nebuchadnezzar's dream, the statue of Nebuchadnezzar, his feet was decaying pretty much, and that clay was that debt that America is in, and I think I forgot the iron. The iron is America, but the debt is the clay, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, that's just what's going on, and a lot of shit is coming out, and this nation ain't got too much longer to even last, man. And they got a lot of problems that's going on right now, but there's no need to worry. It's not, for those of us that believe in the truth, we know what's going on. But for those of them that don't know, hey, I feel sorry for them, you know. I feel real bad for them, but shit, that's just what it is. It's under a state of decay, and a lot of this shit is falling apart, man. A lot. I wish I could get more news reports. I will, but that's just it for right now. And you know, a lot of these Edomites is running out of the country, and a lot of them is pulling out of these jobs. A lot of them is abandoning the nation that they rep. Big ass fucking America flags on the back of their cars. Them wearing their colors.
them repping these holidays, all of that shit is coming to an end, man. It's coming to a fucking end. They starting to panic buy right now because they know the condition of the nation, and when this man get into office, a lot of shit is gonna change. You know, they got the women scared, you got the LGBTQ scared. You know, it's a lot of things that they even got their own people scared. Us Israelites, we're not scared because we know he was gonna do all of this. But the 2/3, they scared because it's coming against them. You know, it's a lot of stuff that's happening, man. So stay tuned, stay focused. Hey, that's it right now. I'm gonna try and get another video in later. And with that, call on Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, in the name Yahushai, and it's to another episode.